Kia ora, whānau. Welcome to the Guna Hub. What a game. This is the after show of the game between the Arsenal and Man City. What a game. Before we get into it though, please like and subscribe to our channel. We love you. My brother, what a game.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm still buzzing.
Arsenal 1, Man City 0.
Get in! Big W, clean sheet. What
Yeah.
else do you want, brother?
I mean, it's our best performance this season. Our best home performance for sure.
Yeah.
It's like the only clean
Definitely
sheet.
our best result.
Yeah.
I don't know about...
It's our biggest result so far of the season.
Yeah.
Against Treble in the City, a clean sheet. And you win the game with a goal, late goal.
Mm-hmm.
What did you make of, your overall thoughts about the game? And I know we're happy and ecstatic, but...
Yeah, it's really easy to kind of go over the top and be like, that was something else.
Yeah.
I think
it's very easy to go, we're going to win the league.
Yeah, but it's only 8 games in. We've got to keep up. We kind of like this last year and, got disappointed at the end. But what I really, really, really liked about this one is it showed our maturity. The whole performance, we kind of had patches in the game. We were under the pump. We didn't start particularly well. I felt we kind of grew into the game, and then we showed class and maturity. We dealt we talked before the game. We talked about having that, knowing your limits, respecting what the opposition has to offer. I think we knew what they were gonna do, and we tamed them, bro. And this was a Arsenal performance of a team of men.
Yeah, I think it's
a team
a really
that has balls. A team,
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely, it's a really mature performance, and it's something that we didn't see, like last year.
Yeah.
So you can really see that these boys have now come a year later and they've learned. And I think Arteta just gets it spot on for this game. Every decision he made before, during this game, he gets it right. It was a very controlled, a very patient way we played. We really, really tried to pick our moments. We didn't get swayed with emotions. We even just a couple of weeks ago against Tottenham, you could really tell the occasion got maybe to the boys and they got swayed with emotions a little bit. And this one was special because it was controlled. And we contained City for most of the game. I think they had 3 or 4 chances at best. I think the stats are.
They only looked dangerous at the start, to be honest.
Yeah, only at the start. And, half of them looking dangerous was down to us being a bit too slow at the back with, our goalkeeper maybe taking a bit too much time and they're pressing really hard. But, otherwise it's what can you say? It's ecstasy. It's, it's a win against City, which we haven't had since 2015?
Special, man, special.
2015, I think. Stretching 21 games or something.
Yeah, at home we haven't beaten them for, I can't remember. Yeah,
and I think everyone just showed that we are here to fight. We're here to fight. It's another year, and everyone's here to fight again, fight against the best, to fight again for the title. And it puts us in a great position going to this international break. Second, just
unbeaten.
on goal difference, still unbeaten in the league.
Yeah. Played Tottenham. We've played
United and City.
So we've
3
had
of the
3
big
tough
6.
games.
Yeah.
And we're still unbeaten.
I mean, what more can you ask for besides,
Out of the big teams, I think we've had the hardest sort of start.
I think so too. Yeah. We've had a very, very difficult start. But yeah, I mean, let's go through the start of the game, lineups. What did you think when you saw the lineup?
I was happy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I said that to you because we called for, some... we called for our midfield to sort of look and have that shape of being secure first. Kind of just keeping an eye out on, their strength, which is normally the engine room. And if you release Haaland and, their forward players get good, quick ball, then I think our outer backs would have found it difficult to, cope with them. And I think we did that, man. Jorginho, this game, he was on it, bro. quick movement of the ball.
Agreed.
You know, he was sharp. He got put under pressure by Raya a couple of times, but you know he managed to bail Raya out, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, it shows his experience, his class, his leadership. We needed that in this game.
Yep.
I think you know, the decision to not start Martinelli also worked in our favor. I thought Eddie played reasonably well again. You know, he seems to do 90% of his game is really good to see until he gets the ball in the final third. Then he seems to be like a headless chicken. No offense to the guy, but like, I don't know, he's just not there.
He did well. There was that run he made, and Zinni gave that beautiful
He just
pass, and he
seems to, like, I don't know, he pops up in right areas sometimes, but then I don't know, he seems to not make the right decisions for me.
Yeah, I think it just with Eddie, I think there's just a lack of that cutting edge.
Yeah,
it's not so much the confidence. I feel it's just that cutting edge, and that cutting edge comes from doing it on the training ground again and again and again. I mean, you listen to some of the best players in the world, and everything they talk about is when they train, they do that. You know, that perfect goal that Henry scores, he does that in every training.
Yeah,
10 times, 20 times, 30 times. That's why he's able to do it on the.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah. This is not a day for too many negatives.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'm not saying his performance was good. Like you know, Arteta got it right by starting him.
Yeah,
I think the decision to start Trossard over Martinelli was also correct. You know, you don't want to force Martinelli into it, and then he was quick at making the change too because Trossard was pretty quiet. Let's be honest, first half. Not entirely his fault. You know, the play doesn't. As we know, on the left side. Zinni tries to invert, so most of our build-up play comes from the right. And Jesus, I thought, had an amazing game.
Superb.
I thought he was amazing. He did everything that you wanted from him. Probably the only thing that's missing from his performance was a goal. But he didn't really get a chance, you know. He created, he was a menace, he pressed. What else do you want from the guy? Excellent.
Yeah.
Probably the only downside was in that first half was Raya's performance, but you know we can't really criticize him too much because he got a clean sheet at the end of the game. I know it's not really entirely him, you know, with the clean sheet. Didn't really, to be fair to our defense, he didn't have to make a save.
Yeah.
Where was I don't think did Haaland take a shot? No.
Zero.
No shots. No shot.
Just like Man City scored.
Haaland what?
No, I mean. Yeah, when the lineups came out, I was a bit like, what? You know, because I was like, we're going up against City. We need to put our best 11 out there. And our best 11 includes Partey starting. If Martinelli's fit enough to be on the bench, argument that, you know, he should be starting. Obviously, Saka was in there, which is another reason why when I saw the team sheet, I was like, what? I was like, Saka's missing. It's going to make it more difficult for us. But, you know, now that we can look at it after the game, Arteta got a spot on. Played Jorginho. Jorginho had a very good game. And him being the deeper player allowed Rice to have more freedom to go all over the pitch.
What a player.
And man, he was immense. Rice was absolutely incredible. And like you said, Jesus on the right, I think he's better on the right than he is on the left.
The play goes that way, right? So when a player like him is involved...
He's
to be honest, he looked more impactful. I mean, not taking anything away from Saka, but his touch and his dribbling is probably a little bit better than Saka's.
Yeah, he was so intricate. And he kept
confident too.
He kept it ticking. He kept the left back Gvardiol on his toes.
Yep.
You know, there was a good battle between them. Sometimes Jesus came out better.
He's a class defender. That guy. I reckon anyone else in the league, bro. Jesus was gonna kill them.
You know, and for me, David Raya starting was a big one because I was calling out for Ramsdale to start.
You were.
And those first 15 minutes, I was fuming because I was just like,
we all were.
I was like, what the hell is David Raya doing?
The one that Alvarez like.
My God,
what are you doing, my guy?
There's two, right? Just before that, it was a little bit before that was the corner, which Rice cleared off the line. That one, David Raya was nowhere to be seen. I mean, there's all this talk about he's very good at commanding his box, but in the first opening minutes, he's like so far away from the ball, misses it completely. Lucky Rice was there, but yeah, I mean, David Rice, a big one for me that I was just like, what? But I mean, hindsight, clean sheet.
I think
Arteta gets it right.
At halftime, we had a joke and we said, this has been like one of the worst keeping performances we've seen.
Yeah.
And watch, he's gonna go and get a clean
sheet.
I forget how are we gonna say this was the worst ever keeping.
How are you meant to say that was a goalkeeper's worst performance when he gets a clean sheet against treble winner City with Haaland up front? So I mean,
and it ended up happening. So we can't really sit here and criticize the guy too much because there is something he must be doing that we obviously can't see on TV. Like the way he's organizing. Because man, we look so organized. Like, every game he's played. Don't get me wrong. Like I would have started Ramsdale too, but every game Raya has played, we seem to be
more organized. Yeah, honestly, props. I give him that.
Yeah.
He does, absolutely.
So that's probably one of the reasons why he doesn't even have to make a save. The man already knows what to do before it even comes to him.
And just coming back to the lineups as well, both teams had key players missing.
Yeah.
City obviously had De Bruyne and Rodri missing, two big players, and it showed. Because every time De Bruyne plays against us, he always gets the better of us somehow, some way. No matter how many people are marking him, he finds space, he finds a way to hurt us. And you can tell Haaland really missed him.
Didn't really get ball age. We also had players return, and so did they. Like Silva returned for this game, but I thought he was ineffective. I don't know
I thought usually I'm in awe of Silva because he's
class.
He's incredible, and his work rate is incredible. But we outclassed him. I guess he couldn't keep up. He wasn't in the right places. And I think it helps when you have Rice in that midfield because I don't think anybody can mark him properly, and anyone that comes up against him, he's such a good ball winner. Even those little 50-50s, not even the 50-50, the 60-40s. Yeah, he's on the 40 side, but he comes out and wins the ball.
Yeah, he's got a lot of determination when he goes into challenges.
Yeah,
he's really clean too.
He's clean with his tackles, man. Yeah. And
he goes hard, man.
Yeah, and I just hope that no City fans come out and turn around and say, "Oh, we had key players missing," because the last few times we've versed City, we've had key players missing. We've had Saliba missing, we've had Partey missing, and you saw how effective both of them were.
Jesus missing.
Yeah, and just look at today when we've had a full team. Not that we had Partey didn't start. Jorginho did fine. He did well.
We had Martinelli. Martinelli only play half a game.
Yeah.
Saka, our best player the last 2 years, was out.
So this is such a confidence boosting
as a squad
win because it shows that we can have our best players out and still manage to win and still manage to win convincingly and have a good performance. Still manage to control the game and to see it out because I mean, you can't praise it enough. It's just...
Yeah, bro. Especially second half. I mean, I don't know what Arteta said to the boys.
Yeah.
You can kind of gauge. Obviously, first half, we're a little bit slow in the way we moved the ball. We knew that we were going to press hard. So we started getting out, beating that press from halftime onwards.
Yeah.
And I think as soon as it started, we did that a couple of times. And then City sort of started half pressing. And that's when it was comfortable for us.
Yeah. I mean, the first half, I do think for 30 minutes, City had better chances.
Yeah, and they were creating it from our mistakes because we were just too slow.
But then their second half, man, it was such a change. I don't know what changed.
I know what changed. Martinelli came on, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Once he came on.
As soon as he came on, Walker had to stay back.
Yeah, Walker was...
because first half, he had a freaking... I thought he was one of the best players on the
Walker
pitch.
had so much time and space on his side in that first half. And he was, looking to create. Once Martinelli comes on,
he had to stay back.
You could tell he was scared because every time Martinelli got the ball or got near the ball, he immediately had his "I'm ready to run." Stance.
And he did well, but then that meant that we had the front foot. So that's what changed the game for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that changed. I mean, that's sub. Yeah, absolutely. And it was a very that second half was great because it wasn't a full attack, but it was definitely we're not going to lose this
Yeah.
type of setup.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I don't know what he said at halftime, but he obviously tactically made a few tweaks. And
and like we've touched on it, and that all just shows overall maturity.
maturity.
Maturity of Arteta as well as the players.
Yeah.
Because last year I feel like we're a little bit naive at times. And this time around, look at him. He had the balls to make the change straight away. He realized what needed to be done.
Yeah.
He did it. The players responded.
You're absolutely right. Big up to Arteta because he recognized where we were weak.
Yeah.
He didn't wait till the 70th minute.
No.
He went halftime. And even post game, he was made the comments. I don't know if you heard it about Martinelli. He had his shin pads and everything ready. He was geared up on the 30th minute. And Trossard had a bit of a hamstring issue, and Arteta didn't even say anything. But on the 30th minute, he just looked over to the bench, and Martinelli's like, "I'm ready." So he gets it right, makes a change, and then obviously there weren't many chances in the game. So this was always going to be a game of fine margins. And he subbed on Martinelli at halftime. He comes on, grabs the winner, and it's not an own goal because it was still going in.
Target,
yeah, it was on target. And what a performance. I mean, Martinelli, now I guess we get into our players that we thought stood out. I think everyone had a great game.
Just on that, just on the subs that Arteta made, just like Martinelli was one of them. But then bringing on Tommy and Partey when he did, and Havertz.
Okay, let's talk about the subs first. Yeah, let's go.
Just because we're talking about, Sorry. So I feel like, the Arteta change, again, I don't think he would have done that last year. Because Jorginho wasn't having a bad game. We were settled. And it was same with Tommy. Like, last year there was times where he'd just keep Zinni on until he's completely drained. And at the end he'll get beaten, give up a goal.
Yep.
So he made those two changes. I was, in a way, a little bit surprised. But, like, I was kind of calling for it.
Yeah.
They brought on Doku. We countered straight away by putting on Tommy.
Yeah. I wasn't surprised. I was actually calling for it.
Yeah, we were called, but we called for it last year too.
I was surprised that Arteta did it so early.
Yeah,
because
that's what I mean.
And you recognize that Tommy and Martinelli both on the left, so our whole setup changes on the left.
Yeah.
And like you said, they brought on Doku. Zinni, I think, got the better of him in like 2 chances.
Yeah, but then he normally tires out, right?
Yeah, and then he brought on Tommy, and then Doku had to switch sides because he just couldn't handle it.
And then that just meant Tommy could go up. And look what happened.
I mean, okay, can we talk about Tommy? Because I love Tommy, and I was calling
for him to start.
I did say he should start this game. And, one of the main reasons why I wanted Zinni off at halftime was because him inverting, I thought, just left too much space behind. And I felt like he just, him occupying the middle meant that Rice didn't have the freedom to pick up those little pockets. And so he was stifling Rice to play his best. And then I was saying Zinni was getting too far forward because he was playing ahead of Rice. And I was like, we can't have that from our left back. Sub on Tommy. Where the hell is Tommy? Tommy's playing in the box. I was like, how is Tommy subbed on to play as a centre forward? But,
And obviously here's one of the reasons we got the goal.
Yeah.
Partey coming on, passing range. Way different to Jorginho. But this guy, bro, oh my God.
That pass from Partey is absolutely world class.
I think the performance in the Community Shield, where he had the headgear on, he got injured. And in this one, it just shows how quality the guy is.
Yep.
And you kind of don't see it against the small teams because they're kind of in his face, the midfielders. They don't really give him time and space to breathe. But against the bigger teams, they kind of let you play when you get them. And if you let this guy play, he is probably next to no one in midfield, man.
Yeah, man.
In the whole world. Like, he is so good on the ball.
He's absolutely brilliant. And I told you, as soon as we have Partey back in the midfield with Rice and Odegaard, we were going to be a different team.
And we were.
And we were, yeah.
Yeah.
We were. And absolutely, that pass, he got all the time and space. And to be fair, he was on the halfway line. So it's not like it's an easy, just a little ding.
Yeah.
He had to get the pace and the length of it absolutely spot on, and he did.
Yeah.
And Tommy to Havertz. Havertz again, great substitute appearance. Exactly what we've been
Got
calling out
assist.
for. Exactly what we've been calling out for. Not to put Havertz in the firing line. Bring him on in the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
And now, look at it. He's got an assist.
Against City.
He caused them problems because he's so strong. He can hold the ball up, which is what we were missing. Because I think Nketiah kind of was getting bullied by Diaz and Ake and them. Obviously, he's not as tall and strong as Havertz, so we couldn't win much first phase ball.
Yeah.
Obviously, this pass was for Tommy, but Havertz has that presence.
Yeah, but so does Tommy, right?
Yeah. So I think the changes, man.
Absolutely, all
won
four.
us the game.
All 4 changes won us the game. They all combined
in one play.
In one play, 4 subs combined to get that goal. Partey to Tommy to Havertz, Havertz to Martinelli. Masterstroke. What a masterstroke.
Gets it absolutely right.
I mean, and otherwise I thought Jesus was brilliant.
Yeah.
Rice, excellent, absolutely excellent. Georgie had a good game. But
what about
Saliba and Gabriel?
Oh wait.
No one can argue.
Haaland. This was him.
Alvarez.
Foden.
Yeah, there's no argument now. These two are the best centre-back pairing in the Premier League. Hands down.
I don't
Name me a duo better.
No, I mean, right now, hands down, bro, these guys are something else, Like, Saliba, in that moment, I think everyone in the world must have seen it by now, the one where, it's a
Bodied
ball
him.
Yeah. It's like a 50-50 and he just smacks Haaland.
How many people can body Haaland? You tell me.
And he gets hits the floor.
He hits the floor.
And that too, whilst running backwards. Like Haaland is running
forward, yeah.
He's turning and going. And he just,
how strong is Saliba that he bodied Haaland to the floor?
Man is class. Man is absolutely... Saliba!
Oh man, but again, great performance. Another excellent showing from our defenders. Ben White again quietly just does his job. The only negative I have about our performance today is David Raya in goal.
But he got into it though.
Second half, he was obviously he was good. He picked up a lot better, commanded his box a little better. But man, his choice for kicking it long, no problems with kicking it long. But who the hell are you kicking it to? Because he hit like 3 balls straight down dead center when no one was there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, who are you kicking it to? Like, I can understand if you want to go long, it's fine. Manager tells you go long, you go long. But who are you kicking it to?
At least give someone, at least put a battle there, someone needs to be there.
Someone needs to be there for you to hit that option. Or if you're not going to hit it there, hit it into the channels, into the side so that, it puts more pressure on them. Why the hell are you hitting it down the center to no one where their center back can pick it up, their goalie can pick it up, and they can just recycle again? So, I mean, that's my only, sort of negative. But the man gets a clean sheet.
Oh, hell yeah. and up to him, he picked it up second half because he needed to, and it affected our whole play because, he started getting it right. Getting the ball moving quickly. Because it all starts from him, right?
It does, yeah.
And that put us in the front foot too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he had a bad game, let's be honest.
He had a bad half,
Yeah, bad half. But everyone has a bad half, we can't jump on his back too much.
Yeah.
And plus, it's playing City at home. Nervy. We all look nervy. Actually, the whole team looked nervy.
Yeah, the first half.
You can't really say anyone had a brilliant performance that first half,
Besides
except
Rice.
for other than Saliba
And Jesus.
Rice and Jesus.
So you can't say.
Yeah, but even then, we didn't look comfortable. Even Rice, I think, gave a ball away a couple of times. Jesus too, but it was fine. It happens. It's City at home. It's a big game.
Excellent. I mean, what more can we ask for?
The only problem I had though,
this could have ruined the whole game.
Yeah.
By the way,
is freaking VAR again. And I'm still kind of pissed that we just watched the replay of, the highlights of that. That first tackle Kovacic does on Odegaard, he could have broken his leg. I don't know what you think, but Isn't that what VAR is for? A dangerous, if it's something that the ref hasn't picked up, it is a dangerous act. He cannot get. How can you possibly win the ball if Odegaard has it here and the ball is here and the guy tackles him from behind? How is he gonna win the ball?
Absolutely, my blood boils thinking about this, and we just saw the highlights again, just to make sure that maybe we missed something, or maybe our decision thinking wasn't right. But that's an absolutely shocking decision. Okay, yeah, you can say maybe in real time the ref, he's behind them, so maybe he sees that Kovacic is winning the ball, but it gets taken away. VAR.
Should be
How
telling him to go have a
the
look.
fuck does VAR not overturn that to a red card?
Or at least tell the ref to have a second look.
To have a look at the monitor. You do it every other fucking game against us.
There's been way softer red cards.
Wait, yeah.
Like,
Martinelli got a red card last year.
yeah. Fucking hell.
So,
And then to top it off, Kovacic goes and fouls Rice.
Okay.
Literally after 30 seconds.
yeah, he does it again. And this is the other frustrating point about the reffing in this game is that, okay, the first one, you only think the first one is worth a yellow card. Fair enough. He goes and does exactly the same thing. So is that not another yellow card? Should he not be off the pitch now?
I don't know. Yeah, it could have cost us. Lucky Odegaard didn't get injured.
What's the point of having VAR if they're not going to make the right decisions? And it's happening every single game.
It is kind of ruining football in a way. It is stink to watch sometimes. And we won, so we're not going to complain too much. But honestly, if.
But we need to talk about it, whether you win or
But
you
every
don't.
week we seem to be sitting here complaining about something that they got wrong.
Some riffing
How can you
decisions,
have
some VAR.
video assisted refereeing and still get it wrong?
They have
look
slow
at the
motion replays.
Liverpool versus Tottenham game,
Yeah.
and you hear the freaking audio of, oh shit, we fucked this up. Clearly onside Diaz. How do you get it wrong, bro? You're sitting there, your only job is to just watch and see if anyone's missed anything. You've got a TV in front of you.
Yeah.
There's no pressure. You're not running around huffing and puffing like the ref. And then, I don't know, it's just, I think they really need to go back to the drawing board and how they're using VAR.
The sad thing is they're not going to go back. It's just going to continue like this.
I don't think there was much thought process whilst implementing VAR.
I think VAR is fine. It's the people that are actually in the job, which are all refs or former refs, etc. And it's just they don't have. It's the same as having a ref on the field, no competency, and the guys behind the camera don't have any competency. But
let's not complain. We got the result.
We got the
should have been a
result.
red card though,
But yeah, again, what a performance! It's such a great time to be an Arsenal fan.
Hell yeah.
Now we go into international break. We get to be happy for another week and a half.
Saka's not playing. He gets time to recover.
Saka, Martinelli, Saliba,
Yeah.
Trossard, all of them. I think they're not playing. So
They get time to recover. So we're gonna come back hopefully with a full bloody squad.
hopefully, yeah.
Except for
Partey's
Timber.
back.
Partey time.
Partey, Rice, Odegaard.
It's gonna be
cannot wait.
something else, bro.
But yeah, we come back to versus Chelsea.
Another big game. They're on form. They started winning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always difficult.
It will be difficult,
Against
but
Chelsea.
I guess we set up now for the next game. We get a week and a half. Week and a half to wear around my Arsenal
Keep our
jumper
smiles.
and go to the office wearing this and flaunt a bit. So yeah.
So good. So good.
And
Yeah.
until the next game. Come on, you got us.
Let's go.